By the way, there's a difference between like feeling unimportant and feeling worthless. I'm not worthless. I'm cool. I'm like very cool. I have a lot of things to provide. Different perspective. This is cool. This is very unique. This is right? But it's like it's like a benty fork. It's like a benty fork. Yeah, you're unique. Okay, cool. Nobody's gonna use you. So what? That's what's going on. Today I want to talk about how unimportant I feel I am to the world. When I say unimportant, I mean from when I was born, I wasn't taken care of by my parents. They were maids. Like, yeah, it was always like maids that took care of me. And I was always bullied from very, very young from my siblings. I never really know like why they bully me so much. Like, I really don't know. I really don't know why. Our age gap was like 6 years, so maybe that's why. But so unimportant. I would go to mosque. I would do all the things that I need to do. But the fact that my parents never really asked, like, oh, how's your day? Did you make any friends? I don't think they knew I have any friends or not. They just don't know anything. There was a lot of freedom, but it was unimportant. Basically, their philosophy is, I'm giving you the money, so that's more important than anything. Which, yeah, fair enough, okay. But still, very unimportant. And now I left, and it's even easier for me to feel unimportant because the family that I made, that I like, my friends back in Hong Kong, I feel like they matter so much to me, more than I will ever matter as much to them. And I'm kind of ashamed of that feeling because they have a family, and they don't need to have friends to have a family. They just have one. So they don't need to question their importance, but I do, because I was just tossed away pretty easily. Yeah. Then what? Then I moved a lot of times, and each move, I feel like the friends that I made along the way weren't friends. Not friend, like I'm not important enough to stay in contact, let's say. So that's where the ego comes in. So the ego is like, okay, so let's say I have a mental image, like mental fight with you. It's because I'm mattering you way more than I think you matter me. Like, that's why I will start thinking about like negative scenarios about a certain person, certain people. It's because I sense that, okay, I'll sacrifice for you, but you're not gonna sacrifice for me. So sometimes in my resting time, my brain will generate random bad scenarios, which is not true, and they are like going down now. Now that I noticed them. I'm pretty sure I matter to some people, but I'm not even that sure. Because the reason why, when I say I go to the forest and I feel nothing, is because when I'm in the forest, I do feel like, yeah, nice, I don't matter. Which feels good. Because I'm just like, oh yeah, I succumb to the fact that I don't matter. Which is fine. But the reason why I'm making this video is obviously some part of me is like, Oh, I want to be disproven. I want to be disproven that I do matter. But most part is just like, it's, I don't have a friend to talk to this about, so let's talk to a camera and pretend I have friends. Yeah. It's just so weird that most people have like I started talking to these homeless people who are homeless on the streets. One lady, she lost her husband and now she's homeless. Just that easy. And I am kind of close to that. Like people say like, no, you're not gonna be homeless. No, you don't know what can happen. And that kind of plagues your mind a bit. What else? So when I don't feel as important, why do I become more egoistic? Well, the ego distracts me, the self, from thinking about the fact that I'm not important, or the fact that the body feels that I'm unimportant, or that I don't have enough data on the fact that I'm important. My importance is measured on sacrifice. I don't know why. Probably learned it from my parents. But my importance is measured on sacrifice. Because, well, they sacrifice themselves for me. I must be important because I'm placed above their needs, which is logical and it does make sense. It's like the most potent importance meter. Let's get back to it. So why does my ego get up when my unimportance feeling gets up as well? So if I'm more egoistic, I'll care more about my appearance. And if I care more about my appearance, and someone will judge me based on my appearance, and when they do, they will think I'm important because my appearance is important. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I've been myself all my life, practically. I never really felt important until I did some collateral damage. When I did good things, or like when I was being myself, which is good, I never really got much like attention, never really got much care. What I learned was when my brothers and sister, and when they would hit me, they would get attention. But I can't do that back because I'm just a kid. So like I was weak. I was always weak. And then they would get scolded, but nothing would change really. So I would get bullied right till I was like 16, really. And there was like this big fight, whatever. Broke a rib, soft bone. I had to lie about it too. But anyways, so why didn't I become like that? Why didn't I become like, oh, I'm gonna make myself more important by doing bad things, so I get like recognition for doing bad things? Why didn't I do that? I don't know why. Honestly, there's so many, like, in my life, so many bad things have happened. I could go bad. Why am I still being good? It's weird. It's actually slightly weird. But I don't know. I just believe that if I be myself, I'll be alright. But that's what's not plaguing, but like that's what I'm realizing today, which is my motivation for a lot of like surface stuff, let's say my face or whatever. It's because I feel that I'm not important. Not feel, but like I don't have enough data on my hand to say that I'm important. Maybe to make myself more important, I need to make others feel more important. They will make me feel more important. But it is sad that I'm not inherently important to some people, which is what essentially a family is a bunch of people signing a contract saying, okay, I'm gonna be important to you no matter what happens, okay? And then that is like makes you feel so safe, because at least you matter to someone no matter what happens. And that's what depression is, I guess. I don't know. At least one thing one thing of it, you don't matter. So I guess my life doesn't matter. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm not gonna kill myself. I'll never. But that's just what's happening at the moment. I think I'm not important. Prove me wrong. I'm telling you, prove me wrong. The hope right now for that is about 50-50. No. That's way too much. It's about 20. Because seriously, man, I never really felt that important. To some people, yeah, but I feel like ever since I left Hong Kong, it's even more not important. Like, sucks. It really sucks. It sucks so much. I don't think you can experience it till you actually lose a whole family. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't think you can actually understand it. But anyways, so that's what's going on today in my brain. A lot of good things are happening, obviously, like me using my brain. But on top of that, that's what's going on, which is me not feeling important. And I don't also want to just get a boyfriend, whatever, so I can place my importance on them. Maybe not. I think a neural network of importance, like a network of importance, would be nice. But again, with me, 3 years moving around all the time, instability doesn't promote importance, because you're not exposed to them regularly to make them brain associate you with consistency. And people love people that are consistent. If you can see them every day, that's good enough. You can be friends. But I'm not there every day anymore. So that's what's going on. On top of that, I also just want to feel like, am I alone on feeling like I'm not important? I want to ask Melody. I'm gonna ask after this video. But she'll probably say she feels alright importance. But I think it all came down to how much freedom I had when I was a kid. Because they really didn't care. Which is alright. It's not. But now I'm an adult. So now I need to look into the reality of things and start fixing things, or start doing things. But overall, pretty good.